and they'll take that.
They'll try the left side. Mitchell. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it with Carson, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, this rivalry, Charles, the Seahawks and Niners, really one of the best in the NFL. So many great games in the last decade or so between these two. Where does this one rank for you in terms of best rivalries of, let's say, the 21st century?
I'm so glad you phrased it that way because we look back on some of the best rivalries in the NFL. We're talking about traditional rivalries like Bears-Packers. But here in the 21st century, it's hard to beat Seahawks and Niners because when they get together, you're often playing for division titles, positioning in the playoffs, and chasing the Super Bowl. Similar to Ravens and Steelers, two of the best rivalries in the NFL.
In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Second and 9.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flushed out right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's out right at the 25. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a seventh and eighth. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett. Escapes the defender. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. We'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Mitchell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Second down and 7. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
They go play action now. Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Now Wilson.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 9 yards that time.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They go play action with Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down to about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Play action. Now Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. This is Carson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a...
Fights through and now a crease. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Room here to run. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's caught, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
To throw, it's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up, make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Taking a shot for Samuel.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by DJ Reed. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Excellent job pushing. Through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
On the 39-yard line, a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker.
And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
following the fumble recovery. It's Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Dwayne Eskridge.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
And Lance going to throw.
Open space inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers! Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Carson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season, and the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Lance looking to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by D.J. Reed. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 57's the mic.
Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. His throw incomplete. The linebacker Fred Warner right there on the coverage.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
In your face.
Now Lance.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On play action, Lance steps away. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
70 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle by Eric Armstead. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson flushed out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lance. Robinson, a 1st down and then some.
And he's got room. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Lance now on first down.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
115 yards now on the ground for Carson. He's got a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Wilson wants to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Nick Bosa with a big-time sack on 3rd.